You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one sport bike channel. Subscribe today.
Hey guys and gals, I'm getting the itch to get another bike. Now I know some of you guys are gonna clown on me, but I'm thinking very seriously of picking up a Fireblade. I don't know whether to, if I want to replace this bike or just get the Fireblade as a second bike. I'm thinking if I keep this bike, I can in the future turn it into a track bike and use the Fireblade for street use. And you ask me, CycleCruza, all that shit you talk about leader bikes, and now you want to get a leader bike. First off, I didn't talk shit about the motorcycle itself. I was talking about the riders that make, you know, some of them make the bullshit excuses like they want to get a liter bike because they don't like to shift and they can shift less on that bike, or maybe they want to get it because they feel like they want to feel like they have the fastest bike here out on the streets. Just bullshit stuff like that. I was just being jovial, you know, just joking about it. I mean, some of you guys take what I say way too serious, dude. And I've said in a lot of my videos that I never said that I wouldn't get a liter bike. I said that if they came out with a really hot design, I would get it, but it wouldn't be for the extra power on the bike so much as just getting the bike for probably for the experience and because I like the looks of the bike. But also, you know, you guys keep telling me all the time that leader bikes have so much more extra power down low, have so much extra torque, which they do. My bike only has, what, 44 foot-pounds of torque, and I think the Fireblade has about 76 foot-pounds of torque, so almost double the amount of torque. However, I feel that the torque and the power down low on this bike is good for the streets. I love this bike for the streets. It has more than enough power for me. But I want to see the difference for myself, and I want to compare the two. And I want to complete the trilogy, the CBR trilogy, on my channel, going from the CBR1000rr to the 600 to the 1000rr. And give you full review on the Fireblade and can tell you the differences between the 600 and the 1000 with no bullshit. You know I'm not gonna overhype the bike. I'm gonna tell you exactly the way it is, and I'm gonna give you a no bullshit review and comparison. And that's what I want to do. I want to expand my channel. I want to be able to add more content to my channel. You know, life is about change, and it's time to change, and let's try out a new machine. Like I said, I'm not sure whether I want to replace this bike. I love this bike. I know this bike is just, it'd be very difficult to get rid of this bike, man, because it has done no wrong to me. It's awesome in every single way. And like I said, the Fireblade, it lacks a couple of things that, you know, that this bike has that I enjoy, like the fuel gauge, and this bike has a sight glass where you can just hop off your bike, hold the bike upright, look through the glass, you can see, check your oil level. You can't do that with the Fireblade. You got to go to the traditional route by pulling the dipstick out and checking the oil level that way, which is not a big deal. But it's just nice to have that convenience on this bike to just look through the sight glass. But I'm gonna definitely miss the fuel gauge. But like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of this bike. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy the Fireblade. I'm gonna have both of these bikes, and that way, if I feel that the Fireblade is really totally unnecessary, that I really don't care for it that much, that way I'll just sell the Fireblade and I'll still have my bike, you know. But I just can't see myself going to another 600, so it's time to move up to the next power level and give you guys, you know, some information on it, especially for you, a lot of you new riders that you think about that you have a goal of getting to the leader bike. And I'll be able to let you know, hey man, that if the leader bike is that much better than the 600 for the streets. So, you know, like I said, I've said a lot of things, opinions in the past, but like I said, I had no experience with the liter bike at all. And I want that experience to be able to honestly say and truthfully and factually say if the liter bike is better than the 600. So, but there was a few bikes that I had considered. The BMW S1000rr. I've always been infatuated with that bike. It just looks so badass. You know, a lot of people think it looks ugly. I think it looks awesome. It just looks badass, man. I like the asymmetrical design of it. And everybody gives it top ratings. Everybody does. All the reviewers, a lot of people on the internet, they say that bike is just awesome. But what's keeping me from thinking about buying that bike is, first off, it's a Euro bike, so parts are not going to be easy to come by like they are for Honda or the Japanese bikes. So sometimes you may have to wait on a part, and I don't like waiting for parts. And also, maintenance is going to be higher on the bike, and reliability is an issue for me as well, because I'm hearing reports of people having some problems with the BMW S1000rr and BMW not wanting to cover it under warranty. This one guy told me that this dude has to pay $4,000 to fix something on his bike that BMW won't cover under the warranty. And dude, that would piss me off if I had to pay $4,000 for some bullshit that went wrong with the bike that the BMW won't cover. So that's a big concern for me. So I pretty much X'd the BMW S1000rr off of my list. And the next one that I considered was the Kawasaki ZX-10r. Now it's a good looking bike to me. It kind of looks mean. It looks like a bull in the front. I love the color scheme. The white and black color scheme is sick. You know, the red and black looks sick. The green and black looks sick. It's a sick looking bike. I love the design of that bike so much. I think that's like one of the best looking leader bikes. But what keeps me from getting that bike is, first off, it does not have a built-in steering damper. You have to put one of those Olin steering dampers across the triple tree, which is not a big deal. I mean, but I like the electronic steering damper that's built in on the Hondas, the Fireblade, and this bike here. The built-in electronic. It's called the Honda electronic HESD Honda electronic steering damper. It's awesome on this bike. This bike is smooth at all speeds, super stable, and also, you know, the ZX-10r. It's really, the bars are lower on that bike. The seat's really not that comfortable, which you can change the seat out, mind you, but seats are expensive as hell, man. It's gonna probably be like about $300 for a nice gel seat or something. But the bar is a little bit lower, so on really long trips, it's gonna put a little bit more of your body weight on your wrists, which could be quite uncomfortable. I don't know. A lot of people have ridden their ZX-10r on long trips and have been fine with it. You know, I'm not out of shape, so I don't think really that would be that much of an issue. But I don't know. I'm still debating on whether I want the ZX-10R. Also, it has the electronics package, which I really don't care for. You know, I don't really care about having the power modes. That's probably more useful for the track, to be honest with you, than on the street. and I won't be riding the track that much. If I get to the track, it'll probably be on occasion, probably no more than 2-3 times a year. Right now I don't have that much time. That's the reason why I haven't been able to get to the track. But whenever it's not going to be a regular occurrence. Going to the track is very expensive, and very time consuming. So the electronics package is a deterrent for me for buying the ZX-10r. So that leaves me with the Fireblade. The Fireblade has always been pretty much #1 on my list. But what kept me from buying the Fireblade the last time, when I actually sold my bike on eBay and retracted the sale, because I just didn't feel good about selling my bike and getting the Fireblade at that time, because people were complaining that the Fireblade still had oil burning issues. But for the most part, it seems like most guys out there with the 2012s and newer are really not having issues with oil burning. That's more so with the earlier models, the 2008, 9. Some people, a few people have experienced oil burning issue with the 2012. I don't know about the 2013, but the 2012, just probably 3 people so far, at least from the forums that I've researched, have had problems with oil burning. And so that's kind of a concern for me, but I'm not going to be running the bike hard, so I highly doubt that that's going to be an issue for me. But I'll tell you this, that if I do buy the Fireblade and I do have oil burning, that you guys are going to be well aware of it in my video, because I will point that shit out in a hot second. And I'm going to tell you everything about that Fireblade, guys, from top to bottom. I'm going to be doing maintenance videos on it. I'll be doing performance videos on it. I'm going to dissect that bike, and you'll know every problem with that bike, and you'll definitely know whether it's a good bike to get or not. So I just feel like getting the Fireblade is going to add more content to my channel, and of course, how can I not experience a leader bike? I have to experience it. That's just, I think it's good for that to gain that experience, so that I can honestly say whether a leader bike is necessary, is a good option for the streets, or it's really necessary to get over the 600. So I look forward to being able to come to the conclusion on that. And but that's all I have for you guys. I just want to give you that little update. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Deuces! And it's time for CycleCruza's recommended videos.
Links are in the info section of this video. Which 600 bikes should you get? There's so many to choose from. Check out my pros and cons of all the 600s that are available right now, and why I chose the CBR1000rr. For those of you looking for a great first bike to start on, check out my review on the 2011 Honda CBR1000rr. For those of you that want to step up your street and track game, check out my review on the 2008 Honda CBR1000rr, baby! Chinese scooter to Supersport story. Check out my story where it first started. Before you do a video request, you might want to check out my website at CycleCruza.com and check out my video library and playlists. You may find the video that you're looking for. Just click on the My Videos tab. If you get a chance, like me at Facebook.com/CycleCruza1 for new updates and to browse my video library. Hey, I'm on Instagram now, so if you get a chance, follow me at Instagram.com/CycleCruza. Yeah! Get your CycleCruza sport bike themed apparel at CycleCruza.com.
CycleCruza.com.
Hey guys, check out my new channel where I talk about anything and everything, not just motorcycle related. CycleCruza MotoVlog.